Hello everyone, and welcome. Are you ready to embark on a journey towards unlocking the full potential of your mind? In today's chaotic world, maintaining mental strength is more crucial than ever. Join us as we explore powerful strategies inspired by Buddhist teachings that can help you cultivate unwavering calm, confidence, and resilience in the face of life's inevitable challenges. Your mind is undoubtedly one of the most powerful tools you possess. Yet, how often do we truly stop and reflect on whether we are in full control of it? Each day, we face a wide array of challenges, stress from work, unexpected setbacks, and the uncertainty of the future. All of these elements have the potential to shake us to our core. But what if, instead of being tossed about by these challenges, you could learn to face them with unwavering calm and confidence? Imagine training your mind in such a way that it becomes unshakable, capable of handling any adversity with grace. As the Buddha wisely stated, the mind is everything. What you think you become. This timeless insight speaks volumes about the connection between our thoughts and the reality we experience. If we can harness the power of our thoughts, we can transform how we approach life's obstacles. Buddhism offers profound wisdom that helps guide us on this journey of mental mastery. It teaches us that our struggles are not to be feared, but embraced with the right mindset. What once felt like insurmountable obstacles can become stepping stones toward greater growth and understanding. The key lies in developing mental strength, not as something we are born with, but as a skill we can cultivate over time. In this video, we'll explore powerful strategies drawn from Buddhist teachings that can help you build this kind of mental resilience. You'll learn techniques to overcome stress, quiet the constant chatter of your mind, and build the clarity necessary to navigate life with ease. Are you ready to unlock the full potential of your mind and face life's challenges with newfound strength? Let's dive in and begin the transformative journey together. 1. Cultivate the anti-fragile mindset. Mental strength is often misunderstood as the ability to avoid difficulties or wait for the right moment to take action. In reality, true mental strength is about thriving in the midst of challenges, not avoiding them. It's about growing stronger as you face adversity and learning to use difficult situations to build resilience. In fact, there is a concept that captures this idea perfectly: an anti-fragile mindset. This approach goes beyond merely surviving tough times. It embraces the notion that challenges, when approached in the right way, can make you stronger, more adaptable, and more confident. The idea of being anti-fragile comes from the philosopher Nassim Taleb, who introduced this term to describe things that grow stronger when subjected to stress, chaos, and hardship. It's the opposite of being fragile, which breaks or crumbles under pressure. Instead of fearing setbacks or feeling overwhelmed when facing obstacles, an anti-fragile mindset teaches us to view these experiences as valuable lessons. Rather than seeing hardship as something to dread, we can learn to see it as an opportunity to build resilience. Every challenge, every difficulty you face is a chance to improve your problem-solving abilities, deepen your understanding of who you are, and build endurance. Buddhism offers a profound perspective on this idea. One of the core teachings of Buddhism is the recognition that suffering is an inevitable part of life. It is something that no one can escape. The Buddha said, "Suffering is the result of attachment." And we suffer because we are constantly clinging to things that are impermanent. However, this idea isn't something to fear. In Buddhism, suffering is not viewed as a punishment, but as a teacher. It's through hardship that we learn the most important lessons in life. The Buddha taught that suffering provides us with an opportunity to grow in wisdom, patience, and compassion. Rather than resisting or avoiding discomfort, Buddhism encourages us to embrace it with a calm and open mind. This doesn't mean we should seek out suffering or hardships for their own sake. Instead, it means accepting that challenges will come our way and learning to approach them with patience and understanding. By learning to embrace discomfort, we begin to develop a sense of inner balance. The more we face difficulties and allow ourselves to work through them, the stronger and more centered we become. An essential part of building this mental strength is learning to manage how we respond to difficulties. Often, our first instinct when faced with a problem is to react emotionally. Whether that's through frustration, anger, or anxiety, we can feel overwhelmed, as though the weight of the world is on our shoulders. This emotional reaction is completely natural. But the key to building mental strength lies in our ability to regulate those emotions. It's about developing the ability to observe our emotions without being controlled by them. When we practice mindfulness and awareness, we can respond to challenges in a more measured way, choosing to focus on what we can control and finding calm amidst the storm. One of the most important lessons Buddhism teaches is the power of patience. When we accept hardship, we must also recognize that the process of overcoming it takes time. Growth doesn't happen overnight. Patience is the ability to stay grounded and steady in the face of adversity. Knowing that every moment of struggle is a part of the journey toward greater wisdom and strength. By embracing patience, we can prevent ourselves from being overwhelmed by the challenges we face. We learn to trust that over time, our efforts will pay off and that we will emerge from difficult experiences stronger and wiser than before. To cultivate an anti-fragile mindset, you don't need to take on monumental challenges right away. Start by facing small challenges intentionally. These smaller obstacles may seem trivial in comparison to the larger struggles we face in life, but they are equally valuable for building resilience. For example, stepping out of your comfort zone to try something new or unfamiliar can serve as a powerful way to begin developing your mental strength. Whether it's learning a new skill, having a difficult conversation, or tackling a project you've been putting off, these small actions can teach you how to handle discomfort with grace. Another simple way to start building an anti-fragile mindset is by learning to deal with minor inconveniences without frustration. In our fast-paced, convenience-driven world, it's easy to get upset over things like a delayed train, a forgotten item at the store, or a change in plans. But these small disruptions offer a perfect opportunity to practice patience and resilience. When you encounter these everyday challenges, take a moment to breathe and remind yourself that setbacks are a normal part of life. The more you practice maintaining your composure in these small moments, the easier it will be to handle bigger challenges in the future. As you begin to practice overcoming small challenges, you'll notice a shift in your mindset. The more you push through discomfort, the more you'll build confidence in your ability to handle adversity. Each small victory adds to your reservoir of mental strength, preparing you to face even more significant challenges with a sense of calm and inner peace. You'll also begin to notice that your perspective on life starts to change. Instead of viewing obstacles as insurmountable problems, you will start to see them as opportunities for growth. This shift in mindset is the foundation of an anti-fragile outlook on life. In time, you'll also develop a deeper understanding of yourself. When you face challenges, you are forced to examine your beliefs, your fears, and your limitations. It's in these moments that you learn what you are truly capable of. You begin to understand your strengths and weaknesses, and you gain clarity about what matters most to you. This self-awareness is essential for personal growth, as it allows you to make more informed decisions and approach life with greater confidence. It's important to remember that cultivating an anti-fragile mindset is a lifelong practice. Just as physical muscles take time to build, mental strength requires consistent effort. The key is to keep showing up even when it feels difficult. Whether you are facing a minor inconvenience or a major life challenge, you have the ability to build your mental resilience with each experience. By embracing the philosophy of anti-fragility, we can approach life's challenges with a sense of purpose and calm, knowing that each obstacle is an opportunity for growth. Every difficulty is a chance to develop greater endurance, to sharpen our problem-solving skills, and to deepen our understanding of ourselves. The more we face these challenges head-on, the more we become unshakable, confident, and resilient in the face of anything life may throw our way. Ultimately, cultivating an anti-fragile mindset isn't about avoiding life's struggles, it's about learning how to grow stronger in the face of them, using them as stepping stones to reach new levels of strength, wisdom, and peace. As you continue on this journey, remember that every challenge you face is an opportunity to move closer to the best version of yourself. 2. Master the art of psychological distancing. One of the greatest barriers to mental strength is the tendency to become entangled in negative thoughts and emotions. When we allow ourselves to be overwhelmed by our feelings, whether it's stress, anger, anxiety, or sadness, we can quickly lose clarity and control over our actions. These emotions can dictate our behavior, leading us to react impulsively, often in ways that are not aligned with our best interests. It's easy to fall into this pattern, as negative thoughts and feelings tend to spiral, creating a cycle of frustration and distress. However, there is a powerful practice that can help break this cycle: psychological distancing. Psychological distancing is the process of stepping back from your thoughts and emotions, observing them from a neutral or objective perspective. Instead of being swept away by them, you gain the ability to view them as temporary and separate from your true self. This practice allows you to respond to life's challenges with clarity and wisdom, rather than reacting instinctively or emotionally. Imagine being able to pause in the midst of a stressful moment and ask yourself, is this reaction truly in my best interest? This moment of reflection is where psychological distancing works its magic, helping you regain emotional control and make decisions based on thoughtful consideration rather than rash impulses. Buddhism provides a profound framework for understanding the nature of our thoughts and emotions. According to Buddhist teachings, thoughts and emotions are impermanent, like passing clouds in the sky. They come and go, and while they can feel intense in the moment, they do not define us. The challenge, however, is that we often forget this truth. Instead of allowing our thoughts and emotions to pass by, we attach ourselves to them. We begin to identify with them, thinking that they are who we are. When we attach to thoughts like, I'm angry or I'm anxious, we start to believe that these emotions define our state of being. This attachment can lead to suffering, as we become trapped in a cycle of negative thinking and emotional upheaval. In contrast, by practicing psychological distancing, we can learn to observe our thoughts and emotions from a place of detachment. We no longer have to be controlled by them. Instead of saying, I am angry, we can say, I am experiencing anger. This simple shift in language creates a significant distance between you and the emotion, preventing you from becoming consumed by it. By labeling your emotions, you gain the power to acknowledge their presence without letting them overwhelm you. You can recognize that anger, for example, is just a feeling that arises in response to a specific situation. It does not define who you are, nor does it have to determine your actions. Buddhism teaches the importance of mindfulness, And mindfulness meditation is an excellent tool to help cultivate psychological distancing. In mindfulness meditation, we train ourselves to observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment or attachment. We learn to sit quietly, allowing thoughts to come and go like clouds passing in the sky. With consistent practice, we begin to develop the ability to step back from our internal experiences, watching them as if we are an outside observer. This perspective allows us to see the transient nature of our emotions and thoughts, helping us detach from the belief that they are permanent or all-encompassing. When we feel ourselves getting swept up in stress or anxiety, we can pause, take a deep breath, and remember that these emotions are temporary. Another powerful tool in psychological distancing is the use of mental reframing. One simple but effective technique is asking yourself, is this thought helpful or harmful? In moments of emotional turmoil, we often become consumed by a specific thought or belief. For example, if you are feeling anxious about an upcoming event, you might start to think, I'm not ready, I'll mess up. This thought can trigger a cascade of anxiety, making you feel increasingly paralyzed. By asking yourself, is this thought helpful or harmful? You challenge the validity of that belief. Is this thought truly serving you? Is it helping you prepare? Or is it simply feeding your fear? This simple question can help you reframe your thinking and distance yourself from negative patterns. Another helpful technique for psychological distancing is to imagine yourself advising a friend in the same situation. Often, when we are emotionally caught up in a difficult moment, it's hard to see the bigger picture. But if we were advising a friend who was experiencing similar emotions, we would likely offer a much more balanced and compassionate perspective. By adopting this mindset, you can begin to treat yourself with the same kindness and wisdom you would extend to others. This shift in perspective can provide clarity and insight, allowing you to respond to your emotions in a more thoughtful way. Creating space between yourself and your emotions is also crucial in making rational decisions. When you are fully immersed in a negative emotion, whether it's anger, fear, or sadness, it can cloud your judgment and influence your behavior in ways that don't align with your long-term goals or values. By practicing psychological distancing, you allow yourself the time and mental space to make decisions based on logic and reason, rather than being driven by the immediate pull of your emotions. This practice doesn't mean suppressing your emotions or pretending they don't exist. It means acknowledging them without letting them take control. You can feel anger without acting out in a way that might damage a relationship, or experience fear without allowing it to prevent you from taking necessary action. The more you practice psychological distancing, the more natural it becomes to maintain calm and composure under pressure. Instead of being overwhelmed by difficult emotions, you will start to notice that you can observe them with more clarity and objectivity. This ability to step back and view your emotional landscape with detachment empowers you to make decisions that are in alignment with your true values and goals. It allows you to remain grounded and centered, no matter what life throws your way. Moreover, psychological distancing helps you maintain inner peace even in the midst of chaos. When life becomes overwhelming, it's easy to feel like everything is spiraling out of control. Yet, by practicing psychological distancing, you develop a sense of inner stability that is not easily shaken by external events. Whether you are facing a difficult conversation, a challenging work project, or a personal crisis, you can maintain a sense of calm, knowing that your thoughts and emotions are temporary. This inner peace is a result of your ability to detach from the turbulence of your feelings and observe them from a neutral, balanced perspective. Over time, the benefits of psychological distancing extend far beyond individual situations. As you continue to practice, you'll notice an overall improvement in your emotional intelligence and mental resilience. You'll be better equipped to handle life's challenges with equanimity and grace. The more you cultivate this awareness and self-control, the easier it becomes to navigate stress, uncertainty, and difficult emotions with wisdom and balance. In conclusion, psychological distancing is a powerful practice that can transform your ability to handle life's challenges. By stepping back from your thoughts and emotions and viewing them from a neutral perspective, you regain control over your actions and decisions. This practice allows you to respond to life's difficulties with wisdom, clarity, and emotional balance rather than reacting impulsively. With consistent practice, psychological distancing will become second nature, helping you to maintain your inner peace and strength, no matter what circumstances arise. 3. Build cognitive endurance through discomfort training. Mental strength is a lot like training physical strength. Just as your muscles grow and become more powerful through regular exercise, your mind becomes stronger through consistent effort and exposure to challenges. The key to mental strength lies in developing cognitive endurance, the ability to stay focused, composed, and resilient even in the face of difficulties, discomfort, or prolonged mental effort. Cognitive endurance is not something you're simply born with. It's a skill that can be cultivated over time through intentional practices that push your limits and gradually build your mental resilience. Just like physical endurance training, building cognitive endurance involves placing yourself in situations that challenge your mental capacity. However, mental endurance doesn't come from avoiding discomfort, but from learning to face and navigate it. Discomfort training is a key aspect of developing mental strength. This practice is all about gradually exposing yourself to discomfort in a controlled and intentional way, teaching your mind how to manage stress, uncertainty, and adversity without becoming overwhelmed or giving up. The more you practice this type of training, the more your mind becomes equipped to deal with life's inevitable struggles. Buddhism provides a powerful perspective on discomfort, one that can serve as a foundation for cultivating cognitive endurance. In Buddhist teachings, suffering and discomfort are seen as inherent aspects of life, not something to be avoided or feared. The Buddha taught that life is filled with suffering, but it is through embracing this discomfort and learning to navigate it that we can grow stronger. Trying to escape every challenge or avoid every uncomfortable situation only serves to make us more fragile. On the other hand, when we face discomfort head-on, we build the mental fortitude and emotional resilience needed to handle life's inevitable hardships with grace and patience. In Buddhism, there is a teaching called dukkha, which refers to the suffering and discomfort that arises from the inevitable uncertainties of life. Instead of resisting or running from this discomfort, Buddhism teaches us to embrace it and use it as a source of growth. By cultivating a mindset of acceptance toward discomfort, you begin to build resilience. You learn that discomfort, rather than being something to be feared or avoided, is actually an opportunity for development. When you train your mind to embrace discomfort, you become better prepared to handle stress and adversity with equanimity. Rather than being overwhelmed or reactive, the more you practice discomfort training, the more your cognitive endurance will grow. Over time, you'll find that situations that once felt daunting or overwhelming will no longer trigger the same level of stress or anxiety. Instead of being consumed by discomfort, you will learn to sit with it, adapt to it, and rise above it. Whether it's dealing with emotional struggles, physical challenges, or difficult situations, Embracing discomfort helps you develop greater resilience and confidence in your ability to handle whatever life throws your way. So, how can you start building cognitive endurance in practical terms? There are several methods you can use to gradually strengthen your mental toughness and resilience. One of the most effective strategies is to regularly step outside of your comfort zone. This could involve taking on tasks or challenges that stretch your abilities or push you to face your fears. By intentionally putting yourself in situations that challenge your mental and emotional limits, you train your mind to handle discomfort more effectively. One way to start is by engaging in activities like meditation for extended periods. Meditation might seem like a peaceful practice, but it can be incredibly challenging, especially when you're trying to maintain focus for longer periods of time. Meditation requires mental discipline and the ability to remain still, which can be uncomfortable for both your body and mind. However, by gradually increasing the length of your meditation sessions, you train your mind to remain focused and composed, even in the face of physical discomfort. Another important aspect of building cognitive endurance is learning patience, especially in frustrating or difficult situations. Life often presents us with scenarios that test our patience, whether it's waiting in a long line, dealing with a frustrating colleague, or navigating a traffic jam. In these moments, the natural impulse is to become irritated or impatient. However, by practicing patience and remaining composed, you are training your mind to withstand discomfort without succumbing to reactive emotions. Over time, this helps you develop the mental endurance needed to remain calm and steady, even in more challenging circumstances. Taking on responsibilities that stretch your abilities is another way to build mental endurance. This might mean taking on a project at work that pushes your limits, volunteering for a leadership role in a group, or committing to a long-term goal that requires sustained effort. By setting goals that challenge you and require persistence, you develop the mental toughness necessary to stay focused and committed to your purpose, even when obstacles arise. Additionally, there are simple habits that, when practiced consistently, can gradually strengthen your cognitive endurance. For example, waking up early every day may seem like a small habit, but it can have a profound effect on your ability to manage discomfort. Waking up early requires discipline and the ability to push through the natural resistance to getting out of bed. This small act of self-discipline can build mental resilience over time, making it easier to tackle bigger challenges. Exercise is another powerful tool for building cognitive endurance. Physical activity not only strengthens your body but also strengthens your mind. Exercise requires you to push through discomfort and fatigue, which translates to greater mental resilience. When you regularly engage in physical exercise, you train your mind to endure discomfort without giving up, which helps you approach mental challenges with the same mindset. Another practice that can significantly enhance cognitive endurance is learning to sit with uncomfortable emotions without reacting impulsively. Often, when we feel negative emotions like anger, anxiety, or sadness, we feel compelled to act on them immediately, either by lashing out or avoiding the feeling altogether. However, the ability to observe and experience these emotions without reacting impulsively is a powerful skill. It's through this practice that you learn to separate yourself from your emotions, allowing them to pass naturally without being consumed by them. This skill is essential in developing mental toughness as it allows you to maintain your composure, even in difficult emotional situations. Discomfort training works by gradually rewiring your brain to view challenges as opportunities for growth rather than threats. Instead of seeing difficult situations as something to avoid, you begin to see them as stepping stones for developing resilience. The more you face discomfort and push through it, the more your brain learns to adapt and respond in a way that promotes growth. Over time, this change in perspective allows you to stay calm under pressure, adapt to new circumstances, and persevere, even when the going gets tough. It's important to understand that building cognitive endurance is not about avoiding discomfort altogether. Rather, it's about learning how to thrive despite it. Mental endurance is not about never feeling discomfort. It's about becoming resilient enough to handle discomfort with grace and patience. Life is full of challenges and uncertainties. But the more you train your mind to endure these challenges, the more you'll find that you can handle them with a sense of calm and inner strength. In conclusion, discomfort training is a crucial component of building mental strength. Just as physical endurance is developed through consistent practice, cognitive endurance is built through gradually exposing yourself to discomfort and challenges. By stepping outside of your comfort zone, practicing patience, taking on responsibilities that stretch your abilities, and developing habits that strengthen your mental resilience, you can gradually build the mental toughness needed to face life's challenges with grace. Remember, the goal of discomfort training is not to avoid discomfort, but to embrace it and grow stronger as a result. Through consistent effort, you can cultivate the cognitive endurance needed to face any challenge with confidence and composure. 4. Develop a mental fortress against negativity. Negativity is a pervasive force in today's world. It comes at us from all angles: external sources like the media, social media, and toxic relationships, and from within in the form of self-doubt, limiting beliefs, and negative thought patterns. These negative influences can weigh us down and cloud our perspective, making it difficult to stay focused on what truly matters. The ability to protect our minds from negativity while remaining open to growth and positivity is crucial for maintaining mental well-being. This is where the concept of building a mental fortress comes in. A mental fortress that is strong, resilient, and capable of withstanding the pressures of life without being overwhelmed by them. A mental fortress is essentially a strong foundation of mental strength that helps you navigate the challenges of life with clarity and purpose. Just like a physical fortress protects its inhabitants from external threats, your mental fortress shields you from the harmful effects of negativity, allowing you to remain focused on your goals and your inner peace. Buddhism offers a powerful analogy for understanding this idea. It teaches that the mind is like a garden. If you allow negative thoughts to take root, they will grow and eventually overshadow your inner peace, much like weeds that overtake a garden and stifle the growth of flowers and plants. But just as a gardener tends to the soil and removes weeds before they can spread, you can tend to your mind by actively preventing negativity from taking root and cultivating positive, empowering thoughts instead. Building a mental fortress requires intention and awareness. The first step in this process is to become mindful of what you allow into your mind. Just as you would be careful about what you put into your body, it's important to be selective about the content you consume, the people you surround yourself with, and the thoughts you entertain. The world is filled with negativity, and it's easy to be swept up in it. News outlets often highlight the most sensational, fear-inducing stories. Social media can amplify feelings of inadequacy, and toxic people can drain your energy and confidence. But in the same way you wouldn't willingly expose yourself to harmful substances, you shouldn't allow negativity to permeate your mind. To start building your mental fortress, practice filtering negativity through conscious awareness. When negative thoughts arise, Instead of simply accepting them as truths or letting them control your emotions, take a step back and recognize them for what they are, temporary and often unproductive. It's important to understand that negative thoughts are not facts, they are just thoughts. They don't have to define who you are or dictate your behavior. This awareness allows you to observe your thoughts without getting swept up in them. Once you've recognized a negative thought, you can consciously choose to replace it with a more constructive, empowering thought. For instance, if you catch yourself thinking, "I'm not good enough," you can replace that thought with something like, "I am capable of learning and growing." By actively choosing to focus on positive affirmations, you take control of your mental state and reinforce your mental defenses. Gratitude is another powerful tool to help shift your mindset. When you focus on the things you are grateful for, whether it's your health, your loved ones, or the opportunities you have in life, you shift your focus away from what you lack or what isn't going right, and instead direct your energy toward abundance and positivity. Developing a mental fortress also requires the habit of actively practicing positive reinforcement. Repeating positive affirmations is one way to do this. For example, each morning you might repeat statements like, "I am worthy, I am strong, I can handle whatever comes my way." These affirmations don't just serve as feel-good statements. They begin to rewire your brain, helping you build a strong and resilient mindset over time. Another strategy is to focus on solutions instead of problems. Whenever a challenge arises, rather than fixating on the difficulties, shift your focus to what you can do to resolve the issue or how you can learn from the experience. This shift in perspective helps you stay proactive, empowered, and less susceptible to being bogged down by negativity. A critical aspect of fortifying your mental fortress is surrounding yourself with positive influences. The people you spend time with have a significant impact on your mental state. If you're constantly surrounded by negative or draining people, it becomes more challenging to maintain a positive mindset. Conversely, if you surround yourself with supportive, uplifting individuals, you are more likely to adopt a positive attitude and feel encouraged to pursue your goals. Seek out people who inspire you, who encourage your growth, and who provide constructive feedback rather than criticism. Engaging in meaningful conversations with people who share your values and support your vision can help reinforce your mental resilience and motivate you to stay focused on what matters most. In addition to positive people, it's important to feed your mind with uplifting content. Reading books that promote personal growth, listening to podcasts that inspire and educate, or watching videos that reinforce your values can help nurture your mental well-being. The more you immerse yourself in positive, empowering material, the more you build the foundation for a resilient and strong mental fortress. This helps to create a mental environment that fosters growth, positivity, and inner peace. Daily meditation is another practice that plays a vital role in maintaining a clear and peaceful mindset. Meditation allows you to center yourself and gain clarity amidst the noise of daily life. It helps you detach from negative thoughts and emotions, creating space for more positive and empowering ones to emerge. Regular meditation also strengthens your ability to remain calm under pressure, reducing your vulnerability to stress and anxiety. By setting aside time each day to meditate, even if only for a few minutes, you reinforce your mental fortress and cultivate a sense of inner peace. Creating daily rituals that nurture your mental well-being is an essential part of building a strong mental fortress. These rituals serve as anchors that help you stay grounded and focused, even when life feels chaotic. Journaling about your positive experiences, setting intentions for the day, or simply taking a moment for self-reflection can help you stay anchored in positivity. Reflecting on your achievements, expressing gratitude, and reminding yourself of your goals can reinforce your inner strength and ensure that your mental fortress remains intact. As you continue to reinforce your mental fortress, you will find that you become less affected by external negativity. Challenges that once seemed overwhelming may no longer have the same power over you. You will develop the ability to stay composed, optimistic, and focused, even in the face of adversity. Life will still present difficulties, but with a strong mental fortress, you will navigate them with confidence, resilience, and peace. The more you nurture this inner strength, the less likely you are to be swayed by external pressures or negativity. In conclusion, building a mental fortress is a crucial practice for maintaining a resilient and empowered mindset. It requires being mindful of the content you consume, the people you surround yourself with, and the thoughts you entertain. By consciously choosing to filter out negativity and reinforce your mind with positive influences, you create a strong mental foundation that allows you to remain focused on what truly matters. Through regular practices such as gratitude, positive affirmations, and meditation, you can strengthen your mental defenses and cultivate a sense of inner peace. Over time, this mental fortress will help you navigate life's challenges with grace, confidence, and resilience, allowing you to live a life that is not defined by negativity, but fueled by positivity and growth. 5. Transform pain into power with emotional alchemy. Pain is an unavoidable part of the human experience, whether it comes in the form of emotional heartbreak, personal failures, or the countless unexpected challenges that life throws our way. Pain is something everyone faces at some point. While pain may be inevitable, it doesn't have to define us. In fact, pain can be transformed into something incredibly powerful. This transformative process is known as emotional alchemy, the art of turning hardship, suffering, and negative experiences into sources of wisdom, strength, and personal growth. Instead of letting pain control us or suppressing it, emotional alchemy teaches us how to embrace it, learn from it, and ultimately use it to become stronger, more resilient individuals. At first glance, it may seem impossible to find anything valuable in pain. After all, suffering often feels all-consuming. However, emotional alchemy challenges us to shift our perspective on pain and see it not as an obstacle, but as an opportunity for transformation. Just as fire refines gold by melting it down and purifying it, hardships and challenges can refine and purify our character. They have the potential to deepen our understanding of life, increase our empathy, and strengthen our ability to endure future difficulties with greater ease. Pain, when processed consciously and mindfully, becomes a powerful force that shapes us into wiser, more capable versions of ourselves. The first step in emotional alchemy is acceptance. It may seem counterintuitive, but the key to transforming pain is not to resist it, but to embrace it. Instead of running away from painful emotions or pushing them down, allow yourself to fully experience them. Acknowledge what you're feeling without judgment or self-criticism. For example, if you're experiencing sadness, anger, or disappointment, don't deny those emotions. Instead, sit with them and allow yourself the space to feel them without immediately trying to change or fix the situation. By accepting your emotions, you give yourself permission to process them, rather than letting them fester and build up inside. In Buddhism, mindfulness practices such as deep breathing, meditation, and body awareness are tools that can help you sit with your emotions in a healthy, constructive way. When we are in pain, Our immediate instinct is often to act out of impulse or to escape the discomfort. But mindfulness teaches us to pause, breathe, and return to the present moment. When you take a moment to breathe deeply, you create space between yourself and the emotion you're feeling. This space allows you to process the pain more effectively, without letting it overwhelm you. As you continue to embrace your feelings, the next step is to shift your perspective. Instead of seeing pain as something purely negative or something to be avoided, view it as a teacher. Every setback, rejection, or failure holds valuable lessons, even if they are not immediately apparent. The pain you feel in the face of failure can teach you humility, resilience, and perseverance. Emotional pain can open your heart and deepen your capacity for empathy. Hardship can foster a sense of gratitude for what you have and inspire you to grow in ways you might not have otherwise. When you can shift your perspective to see pain as an opportunity for growth, you unlock the transformative potential that lies within it. Another key practice in emotional alchemy is cultivating gratitude. Even during difficult times, it might seem impossible to feel grateful when life feels unfair or overwhelming, but the act of focusing on gratitude can be profoundly transformative. Gratitude has the power to shift your attention away from what you've lost or what you don't have and direct it toward what you can appreciate in the present moment. For instance, when dealing with loss or disappointment, you might find gratitude for the lessons the experience taught you or for the strength it has brought out in you. In this way, practicing gratitude, even in the face of adversity, allows you to see the hidden opportunities within your struggles, turning your pain into a catalyst for personal growth. A central aspect of emotional alchemy is self-compassion. We often treat ourselves with more criticism and judgment than we would ever offer to a friend in a similar situation. When we're experiencing pain or going through a tough time, it's easy to fall into the trap of self-blame or self-doubt. But practicing self-compassion means treating yourself with kindness and understanding, just as you would comfort a friend who is struggling. Instead of criticizing yourself for feeling pain or struggling, acknowledge that you are human and it's okay to feel vulnerable. Self-compassion involves offering yourself the same level of care and patience that you would extend to others. Replace self-criticism with positive affirmations, reminding yourself that challenges are temporary and that you have the strength to overcome them. By showing yourself compassion, you create a safe and nurturing space for healing and growth. As you practice emotional alchemy, you begin to develop a mindset that sees every challenge as an opportunity for growth. Instead of resisting pain or feeling like it's something to be avoided, you learn to welcome it as a teacher. Each hardship you face becomes a stepping stone, leading you toward greater wisdom, resilience, and personal transformation. Over time, as you develop this mindset, you'll find that pain no longer has the same power over you. Instead of being held back or weighed down by your struggles, you begin to use them as fuel for your journey toward becoming a wiser, stronger, and more resilient version of yourself. One of the most powerful aspects of emotional alchemy is that it shifts your relationship with pain. Rather than seeing pain as something that diminishes you, you come to see it as something that has the power to enhance your life and deepen your sense of purpose. When you embrace pain with awareness and compassion, you begin to understand that it's not something that defines you, but something that helps shape who you are becoming. Emotional alchemy empowers you to turn adversity into an opportunity for growth, teaching you to rise above your circumstances and find strength in the face of difficulty. It's important to remember that emotional alchemy doesn't mean avoiding pain or pretending that life is always easy. It means learning how to navigate pain in a healthy, constructive way. Pain will always be a part of life, but how we respond to it is what truly matters. When we transform pain into wisdom, strength, and personal growth, we no longer allow it to control us. Instead, we learn to use it as a tool for self-transformation, growing into the fullest versions of ourselves. In conclusion, emotional alchemy is the transformative process of using pain and hardship as opportunities for growth. Through acceptance, mindfulness, gratitude, and self-compassion, you can turn even the most difficult experiences into valuable life lessons that shape your character and strengthen your resilience. By mastering the art of emotional alchemy, you develop the ability to navigate life's challenges with grace, wisdom, and inner strength. Pain no longer holds you back, it becomes a powerful catalyst for your journey toward becoming a wiser, stronger, and more resilient version of yourself. 6. Rewire your brain with intentional thought loops. Your thoughts shape your reality more than you might realize. Every day, your mind runs on a loop of habitual thought patterns, many of which have been developed over time and repeated so often that they feel automatic. These thought patterns can be either helpful or harmful. If you find yourself constantly thinking negatively or dwelling on fears and insecurities, your brain reinforces those patterns, making it increasingly difficult to break free from them. As a result, negative thinking can become a default mode of operation, shaping how you view yourself and the world around you. This can impact your mental well-being, your ability to stay resilient, and your capacity to navigate challenges effectively. However, there is hope. By consciously creating intentional thought loops, repeated patterns of positive, empowering thoughts, you can begin to rewire your brain. Just as harmful thought patterns can become ingrained, so too can positive thought loops that foster growth, confidence, and inner strength. By consistently focusing on constructive ideas, you can shift your mindset and train your brain to be more resilient, optimistic, and focused. Buddhism offers an insightful analogy for this concept. It teaches that our thoughts are like seeds. If we plant negative thoughts, we nourish them and they grow into limiting beliefs and destructive behaviors. However, if we plant positive thoughts and nurture them with mindfulness and intention, they grow into empowering beliefs and actions that shape our reality in a positive way. The practice of creating intentional thought loops is not complicated, but it requires consistency and dedication. Intentional thought loops are positive affirmations or focused ideas that you repeat regularly to reprogram your mind. When you consciously direct your thoughts toward growth, positivity, and mental well-being, you begin to change your brain's habitual patterns. Instead of automatically spiraling into negative thought patterns when faced with a challenge or difficulty, you can choose to guide your thoughts toward constructive beliefs that support your goals and resilience. Over time, this practice helps to strengthen your ability to stay calm, focused, and optimistic no matter what life throws your way. One of the most effective ways to implement intentional thought loops is through the practice of affirmations. Affirmations are simple, positive statements that you repeat consistently to reinforce a specific mindset or belief. These affirmations serve as a powerful tool to replace self-doubt, fear, and negative thinking with more empowering, constructive beliefs. For example, if you struggle with feelings of insecurity, you could use affirmations such as, "I am resilient," "I am confident," "I handle challenges with grace," or "I am in control of my thoughts." By repeating these affirmations daily, whether through meditation, journaling, or simply reminding yourself throughout the day, you gradually rewire your brain to focus on the positive and affirming aspects of your life. The key to using affirmations effectively is consistency. When you repeat positive affirmations regularly, they begin to strengthen and gain momentum, eventually replacing old, unhelpful thought patterns. For instance, if you habitually think, "I'm not good enough," or "I can't handle this," those thoughts have become ingrained over time. But by countering these thoughts with affirmations like, "I am enough," and "I am capable," you create a new, healthier mental framework. Over time, these positive loops become stronger and more automatic, allowing you to approach life's challenges with a mindset that supports your growth and well-being. Another powerful tool in building intentional thought loops is mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of being aware of your thoughts and feelings in the present moment without judgment or attachment. By developing mindfulness throughout your day, you can catch negative thought patterns early and consciously shift them toward more constructive, empowering ones. For example, if you catch yourself thinking, "I can't do this," take a moment to pause and replace that thought with, "I am capable, and I will find a way." This shift may seem small, but it can have a profound impact over time. The more you practice mindfulness, the easier it becomes to notice when negative thoughts arise and to consciously choose to replace them with positive, solution-focused alternatives. Mindfulness also helps you become more aware of your emotional responses to certain situations. For instance, if you feel anxious or overwhelmed, mindfulness allows you to recognize that feeling without becoming consumed by it. Instead of letting anxiety take over and dictate your actions, mindfulness gives you the ability to step back and create space between you and your emotions. This space allows you to choose how you want to respond, which can be an empowering experience. By making mindfulness a daily practice, you train your mind to focus on the present moment and break free from the cycle of negative thinking that often pulls you into the past or future. Visualization is another powerful technique that can help rewire your brain and create intentional thought loops. Visualization involves imagining yourself succeeding, overcoming challenges, and remaining calm and confident under pressure. When you vividly picture yourself navigating life's uncertainties with grace, your brain starts to accept these positive outcomes as possible and real. Visualization can also help you prepare mentally for specific situations, whether it's a challenging presentation, an important conversation, or a difficult decision. When you visualize positive outcomes, you increase the likelihood of achieving them because your mind is primed to focus on success rather than failure. To implement visualization, take a few minutes each day to sit quietly and imagine yourself succeeding in various aspects of your life. Picture yourself facing challenges with confidence, staying calm under pressure, and achieving your goals. The more you visualize positive outcomes, the easier it becomes to accept them as part of your reality. Visualization works by aligning your subconscious mind with your conscious goals, making it easier to take inspired action toward those goals. By intentionally choosing empowering thoughts and reinforcing them consistently, you begin to build a resilient and positive mindset. The more you practice these techniques, the stronger your mental foundation becomes. Rather than letting negative thoughts dictate your actions or hold you back, you learn to consciously guide your mind toward growth, confidence, and inner strength. Over time, this rewiring process transforms the way you approach life. Challenges no longer feel insurmountable because you've trained your mind to see them as opportunities for growth and learning. In addition to affirmations, mindfulness, and visualization, there are other ways to reinforce intentional thought loops. Journaling, for example, is an excellent way to reflect on your thoughts and experiences and identify patterns in your thinking. Writing down positive thoughts, achievements, and gratitude can help you focus on the good in your life and shift your perspective away from negativity. Gratitude practices, such as listing things you're grateful for each day, also help reinforce positive thinking by redirecting your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant in your life. Another method for strengthening your mental resilience is to surround yourself with positive influences. The people you interact with, the content you consume, and the environments you immerse yourself in all impact your mindset. When you surround yourself with uplifting, supportive individuals and consume content that inspires and motivates you, you reinforce positive thought loops and create a mental environment that fosters growth and success. The process of rewiring your brain with intentional thought loops takes time and patience. It's not an overnight transformation, but with consistent effort, you will begin to notice the positive effects in your daily life. Your mindset will shift from one of self-doubt and negativity to one of confidence, growth, and resilience. Over time, you will develop the mental strength to face life's challenges with optimism and a sense of inner peace. In conclusion, your thoughts have the power to shape your reality. And by consciously creating intentional thought loops, you can rewire your brain to focus on growth, confidence, and inner strength. Through practices such as affirmations, mindfulness, visualization, and gratitude, you can replace negative thought patterns with empowering beliefs that support your goals and mental well-being. With patience, persistence, and consistent practice, your mind becomes your greatest ally, helping you stay focused, strong, and confident in any situation. By developing a positive mindset, you unlock your full potential and create a life that reflects the best version of yourself. 7. Cultivate the power of radical acceptance. Life, with all its unpredictability and uncertainty, rarely unfolds according to the plans we've meticulously set. We face unexpected challenges, disappointments, and moments of doubt that can leave us feeling frustrated, lost, and overwhelmed. These experiences, although part of the natural flow of life, can test our resilience and our ability to stay grounded in the face of adversity. However, there is a powerful tool for maintaining inner peace amidst life's inevitable ups and downs: radical acceptance. Radical acceptance is the ability to embrace reality as it is without resistance, judgment, or the urge to change it. It is not about passively accepting situations and resigning yourself to a life of dissatisfaction. Instead, it is about acknowledging the current moment fully, whether it brings joy, pain, or discomfort, and coming to terms with it. This practice is grounded in the teachings of Buddhism, which explain that suffering often arises not from the situation itself, but from our resistance to reality. When we resist what is happening, when we wish things were different, or dwell on how things should be, we create unnecessary mental and emotional struggle. But by accepting reality as it is, we free ourselves from that struggle and open the door to clarity, peace, and wisdom. Radical acceptance is not about giving up or surrendering to a passive state. Rather, it's about choosing to see things as they are without denial or avoidance. This means embracing both the positive and negative aspects of life with an open heart and mind. When we stop resisting what we cannot change, we regain the energy and focus needed to take meaningful action, move forward, and cultivate resilience. Instead of wasting our energy fighting against the inevitable, we can channel that energy into constructive actions that move us closer to personal growth, understanding, and peace. The practice of radical acceptance begins with self-awareness. When we are faced with difficulties, whether it's a challenging situation at work, a relationship issue, or a personal failure, we often find ourselves wishing things were different. We may become preoccupied with what-if scenarios or become frustrated with our circumstances, believing that things should have turned out another way. This is where radical acceptance begins. By noticing when we are resisting reality and recognizing the mental struggle that resistance creates. Start by observing your thoughts and emotions when faced with a challenging situation. Do you find yourself thinking, "This isn't fair," or "This should not be happening"? These thoughts are forms of resistance to the present moment, instead of allowing them to dominate your thinking. Take a moment to pause and breathe. Acknowledge that this is how things are right now and that, while you may not have control over the situation itself, you do have control over how you respond to it. A powerful mantra to use in these moments is, "This is the way things are right now, and I can handle it." This simple phrase helps to shift your focus from wishing things were different to accepting things as they are. It doesn't mean that you approve of the situation or that you like it, but it allows you to stop fighting against it and move into a state of calm acceptance. By recognizing that the present moment is the only one you can truly control, you free yourself from the frustration and mental drain of resistance. Breathing exercises and mindfulness meditation are also essential tools for developing radical acceptance. When faced with discomfort or distress, the natural impulse is often to react emotionally or to attempt to escape from the feeling altogether. Mindfulness helps to create space between the stimulus and your response, allowing you to observe your thoughts and emotions without becoming overwhelmed by them. By focusing on your breath and bodily sensations, you bring your attention back to the present moment and away from the stress of what could have been or what should be. This practice allows you to stay grounded, creating a sense of peace even in the midst of difficult situations. Over time, the practice of mindfulness helps you become less reactive to external events and more proactive in choosing how to respond. Rather than automatically reacting to frustration, fear, or disappointment, you can cultivate the ability to respond with clarity and intentionality. Radical acceptance doesn't mean ignoring your emotions or pretending that challenges don't exist. It simply means accepting them as part of the flow of life without allowing them to control your thoughts, actions, or state of mind. Another essential aspect of radical acceptance is self-compassion. When we face setbacks or personal challenges, it's easy to become overly critical of ourselves. We may feel guilty for making mistakes, regretful about past decisions, or frustrated by our perceived shortcomings. However, radical acceptance invites us to extend the same kindness and patience to ourselves that we would offer to a friend in a similar situation. When we embrace self-compassion, we recognize that we are human and we are constantly evolving. Mistakes, flaws, and imperfections are a natural part of the growth process. They don't define us and they don't determine our worth. Instead of becoming trapped in cycles of self-blame or self-judgment, practicing radical acceptance encourages us to treat ourselves with kindness. Recognize that you are doing the best you can with the knowledge and resources available to you. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to experience setbacks. What matters is how you respond to those moments. By accepting yourself, your mistakes, your flaws, and your struggles, you free yourself from guilt and regret. You can then focus on learning from the experience, growing from it, and moving forward with a sense of self-compassion and grace. Radical acceptance also allows you to stop wasting energy on fighting reality. When we resist what is happening, we expend a great deal of mental and emotional energy that could be better used elsewhere. Fighting against the natural flow of life creates unnecessary stress and prevents us from moving forward. By embracing radical acceptance, you direct your energy toward what you can control, your reactions, your mindset, and your actions. This shift in focus helps you to engage with life more productively and with greater resilience. Life, by its very nature, is unpredictable and often beyond our control. Yet, radical acceptance offers us the freedom to stop fighting against the current of life and instead flow with it. It allows us to embrace both the joys and challenges that come our way, knowing that every experience offers an opportunity for learning, growth, and adaptation. By practicing radical acceptance, you cultivate a deep sense of inner peace that is not contingent on external circumstances. Your peace comes from within, from your ability to accept what is and respond with grace. Over time, radical acceptance strengthens your resilience. Life's challenges no longer feel like insurmountable obstacles, but opportunities to practice acceptance, adapt, and grow. When you stop resisting what cannot be changed, you open yourself to the wisdom and clarity that come from fully embracing the present moment. In doing so, you build the emotional strength to handle future challenges with greater ease and equanimity. In conclusion, radical acceptance is a powerful practice that can transform your relationship with life's challenges. By accepting reality as it is without judgment or resistance, you free yourself from unnecessary mental struggle and open the door to personal growth, clarity, and resilience. Radical acceptance is not about giving up or resigning yourself to a passive existence. It's about choosing to engage with life as it unfolds with an open heart and mind. Through self-awareness, mindfulness, self-compassion, and a willingness to embrace both the positive and negative aspects of life, you cultivate the inner strength to navigate life's uncertainties with peace and grace. As you practice radical acceptance, you'll find that life becomes less of a struggle and more of a journey filled with opportunities to learn, adapt, and thrive. Apply the next best move mentality. Life can often feel overwhelmed, especially when we face difficult challenges or uncertain situations. It's easy to become stuck, anxious, or paralyzed by indecision when things don't go according to plan. At times, the sheer magnitude of a problem can make it feel impossible to move forward. Whether it's a personal setback, a career change, or navigating through a life transition, we all encounter moments where the path ahead feels unclear. However, adopting the next best move mentality offers a powerful way to regain control and keep progressing forward step by step, even when the bigger picture feels daunting. The next best move mentality encourages focusing on the present moment and taking small, intentional actions that align with your goals. Instead of becoming overwhelmed by the grand scale of the task at hand, this mindset is deeply rooted in Buddhist principles, particularly the teachings on living fully in the present moment. Buddhism emphasizes that suffering often arises from dwelling on the past or worrying about the future rather than embracing the present as it is. By focusing on the immediate next step, you can break free from the cycle of overthinking and instead channel your energy into making incremental progress. The key question here becomes, what can I do right now to improve my situation, even if just a little? This simple shift in thinking can make a world of difference when you feel stuck or paralyzed by uncertainty. The idea is not to solve everything at once or rush toward an outcome, but to break down the situation into manageable pieces that are within your control. The act of making progress, even in small ways, helps build momentum, which can then propel you toward larger achievements. By focusing on the next best move, you reduce the mental burden of thinking too far ahead and instead empower yourself to take practical steps that will eventually lead to a positive outcome. One of the most common obstacles to moving forward is the tendency to focus too much on long-term outcomes. We often have clear goals, but our fixation on achieving them can result in feelings of stress, pressure, and self-doubt. When we make the mistake of putting too much emphasis on the end result, the journey can feel overwhelming. The next best move mentality encourages a shift in focus. Rather than fixating on a distant outcome, it's about concentrating on immediate, achievable actions that contribute to your larger goals. Instead of expecting perfection, it's about making consistent small improvements that eventually lead to meaningful change. For example, if you're going through a major life transition, such as a career change, relationship challenge, or pursuing a personal goal, it's easy to feel drained by the complexity of what needs to be done. The thought of solving the entire problem at once can feel exhausting, and this mental weight may lead to procrastination or avoidance. Instead, the next best move mentality encourages you to break the task down into manageable actions. This could be something as simple as sending an important email, conducting research on a new topic, or taking a moment to reflect on your options. Each small action, no matter how minor it seems, brings you closer to your goal. These steps help to foster a sense of accomplishment, which in turn boosts your confidence and motivation to continue. What's especially powerful about this mindset is its deep connection to resilience. Life rarely goes as planned, and setbacks are an inevitable part of the journey. When things don't unfold as expected, it's easy to feel defeated or overwhelmed by a sense of hopelessness. However, Buddhism teaches that setbacks are simply part of life's natural flow, not the end of the road. By embracing the next best move mentality, you free yourself from getting stuck in regret or frustration. Rather than ruminating on the obstacles in your way, you stay focused on proactive solutions. This shift from passive frustration to active problem-solving helps turn challenges into opportunities for growth. Being resilient doesn't mean ignoring or avoiding difficulties. On the contrary, it means facing them with the understanding that setbacks are part of the process. And rather than becoming overwhelmed, you focus on small, manageable steps that move you forward. When faced with adversity, the next best move mentality helps you stay solution-oriented and optimistic, which enhances your ability to bounce back from challenges stronger than before. Another essential element of the next best move mentality is mindfulness. Mindfulness encourages you to be present in each moment, aware of your thoughts, feelings, and reactions without judgment. When you're fully present, you can make more conscious and deliberate choices, instead of reacting impulsively or getting lost in negative thought patterns. Mindfulness helps you stay grounded in the present moment, preventing you from spiraling into worry or indecision. By staying calm and focused, you can identify the best course of action and respond thoughtfully to challenges. Practicing mindfulness is an important part of applying the next best move mentality. Meditation, deep breathing exercises, and journaling are all excellent ways to develop mindfulness and clarity. By engaging in these practices, you gain insight into your thoughts and emotions, allowing you to make intentional decisions. For example, when faced with a difficult situation, mindfulness can help you assess the options available to you and choose the next best step, rather than becoming overwhelmed by the potential consequences of each decision. Importantly, the next best move mentality is not about rushing or forcing progress. It's about making thoughtful, intentional decisions that align with your values and long-term vision. Sometimes the best course of action may simply be to take a break, reflect, or seek support from others. This mentality honors the importance of self-care and patience. Trusting the process and honoring your needs along the way are integral components of personal growth. whether it's taking time to recharge or asking for help when needed. Embracing this mindset supports your overall well-being and keeps you in a position to succeed. Applying the next best move mentality can create a positive cycle of reinforcement. Each small success builds confidence and momentum, strengthening your belief in your ability to handle life's challenges. With each step, you'll find yourself becoming more flexible and adaptable, no longer paralyzed by indecision or overwhelmed by uncertainty. This mindset helps you develop a proactive attitude that empowers you to tackle obstacles with greater ease and confidence. By focusing on the present moment and consistently making the next best move, you can create a life filled with purpose, resilience, and inner peace. In addition to all of these elements, the next best move mentality also fosters a profound sense of clarity. When you stop overthinking or fixating on distant outcomes, you start to simplify your approach to challenges. The process of narrowing your focus to the next step clears away mental clutter, allowing you to see the best course of action more clearly. Instead of becoming paralyzed by choices or uncertain outcomes, you're able to take decisive action that aligns with your goals and values. In conclusion, the next best move mentality offers a powerful way to regain control and maintain momentum in the face of uncertainty. By focusing on small, intentional actions and practicing mindfulness, you can navigate life's challenges with greater ease and resilience. This mindset shifts your focus from overwhelming outcomes to manageable steps, reducing stress and boosting confidence. With patience, perseverance, and a commitment to making progress one step at a time, you can create meaningful change, transform obstacles into opportunities, and move forward with purpose, clarity, and inner peace. 9. Train your mind with strategic isolation. In today's fast-paced and hyper-connected world, our minds are constantly bombarded with information, distractions, and external pressures. This constant exposure can lead to mental exhaustion, stress, and a sense of losing touch with oneself. Strategic isolation, a practice deeply rooted in Buddhist teachings, offers a way to step back, recalibrate, and strengthen your mental resilience. It involves intentionally creating moments of solitude to reflect, refocus, and regain clarity in life. Buddhism emphasizes the importance of solitude in self-discovery and inner peace. Many monks and practitioners retreat into silence and isolation to gain a deeper understanding of their minds and emotions. However, strategic isolation doesn't mean withdrawing from the world entirely. Instead, it's about consciously choosing moments to disconnect from external noise and reconnect with your true self. In these quiet moments, you can observe your thoughts without distractions, identify what truly matters, and cultivate a stronger sense of purpose and direction. The benefits of strategic isolation are numerous. It allows you to reset your mind, process complex emotions, and develop greater self-awareness. Without the constant input from social media, news, or others' opinions, you gain a clearer perspective on your goals and priorities. Taking regular time alone also enhances problem-solving skills, boosts creativity, and strengthens emotional resilience by helping you become comfortable with your own thoughts and feelings. Practicing strategic isolation can take many forms, depending on your lifestyle and preferences. It might mean setting aside time each day for silent meditation, taking a walk alone in nature, or dedicating a weekend to self-reflection without digital distractions. Even small actions such as turning off notifications for a few hours or spending time journaling in a quiet space can have a profound impact on your mental well-being. One of the key aspects of strategic isolation is learning to enjoy your own company. In a world that often equates business with success, many people struggle with being alone, fearing boredom or discomfort. However, solitude offers a unique opportunity to explore your thoughts, reconnect with your inner wisdom, and cultivate self-sufficiency. The more you embrace it, the more confident and centered you become in facing life's challenges without relying on external validation. Strategic isolation also provides an opportunity to practice mindfulness. When you're alone, free from distractions, you can engage in mindful breathing, deep contemplation, or simply observe the present moment without judgment. This practice helps you develop a sense of calm and balance that can be carried into your daily life, allowing you to respond to stress with greater clarity and patience. Another powerful benefit of strategic isolation is gaining clarity on your values and priorities. In the busyness of life, it's easy to get caught up in what others expect of you or feel pressured to meet societal standards. Taking time for yourself allows you to reassess what truly matters, align your actions with your values, and make more intentional choices. This clarity strengthens your mental resilience by giving you a strong sense of direction and purpose. It's important to note that strategic isolation should be practiced with balance. While solitude is beneficial, excessive isolation can lead to feelings of loneliness or disconnection. The goal is to use it as a tool for self-discovery and growth rather than as a means of escaping from life's responsibilities. By combining moments of solitude with meaningful social interactions, you create a healthy balance that supports your mental well-being. Incorporating strategic isolation into your routine can help you become more mentally strong, self-aware, and emotionally balanced. By stepping away from the noise of everyday life, you give yourself the space to reflect, grow, and recharge. Ultimately, learning to be alone with your thoughts empowers you to face challenges with confidence, wisdom, and a renewed sense of purpose. 10. Embrace the warrior's perspective. Life is full of challenges. Some we can anticipate, and others that arrive without warning. Whether these challenges come in the form of personal struggles, career setbacks, or emotional hurdles, they all have one thing in common: they test our resilience. The way we approach adversity often determines whether we grow stronger or become overwhelmed by the obstacles we face. In the face of these difficulties, adopting the right mindset can make all the difference. One powerful perspective that can help us navigate life's challenges is the warrior's mindset. Rooted in Buddhist philosophy, the essence of this philosophy is that we can approach life's obstacles with courage, discipline, and determination, instead of perceiving challenges as insurmountable threats. The warrior views them as opportunities to grow, to sharpen one's skills, and to build self-mastery. It is this shift in perspective that can transform adversity from a source of stress to a source of strength. In Buddhism, there is a saying that the mind is a battlefield. It is a place where fears, doubts, and insecurities constantly arise, pulling us in different directions. We can often feel overwhelmed by negative emotions and the weight of our own thoughts. However, the warrior's perspective teaches us to stand firm despite the turbulence within. Just as a warrior is trained to face external dangers, the mental warrior is trained to confront the inner struggles that arise within the mind. To adopt a warrior's mindset is to make a conscious choice to face these inner battles with unwavering discipline. It means choosing to remain focused on the present moment, resisting the urge to be distracted by the chaos around us or by the endless chatter of our thoughts. It is the art of persistence, of pushing through difficulties without succumbing to the temptation of giving up. A true warrior does not shy away from difficulty but sees it as an essential part of their journey toward greater strength and enlightenment. This perspective is not just about surviving adversity, but about using it to grow and evolve into a stronger, wiser version of ourselves. One of the core aspects of the warrior's mindset is mental discipline. Just as a physical warrior undergoes rigorous training to prepare for battle, a mental warrior strengthens their mind through consistent practices such as meditation, mindfulness, and self-reflection. These tools are not just for moments of crisis but are the foundation of a balanced, stable mind that can navigate life's unpredictability with ease. Through meditation, we learn to observe our thoughts without judgment, creating the mental space needed to respond thoughtfully to challenges rather than reacting impulsively. Mindfulness helps us stay anchored in the present moment, fostering emotional stability, patience, and focus, key qualities for maintaining calm under pressure. Another vital aspect of the warrior's approach is adaptability. Life, after all, is unpredictable. Things don't always go according to plan, and often we find ourselves facing unforeseen setbacks. In these moments, the warrior does not resist change or become disheartened by failure. Instead, they learn to adapt, to bend without breaking, and to flow with the rhythm of life. Flexibility, as Buddhism teaches, is a true form of strength. A warrior sees the unfolding of life as an opportunity to adjust their strategy rather than a reason to despair. By cultivating adaptability, we become more resilient and capable of handling whatever comes our way. Courage is another cornerstone of the warrior's mindset. Fear is natural when we face difficulties. Yet it is through courage that we learn to move forward despite it. The warrior understands that fear is not something to avoid, but something to confront. In Buddhist teachings, fearlessness does not mean the absence of fear. Rather, it means the willingness to act despite it. It is this willingness to face fear head-on that allows us to break free from the limitations imposed by our doubts and insecurities. Embracing the warrior perspective also involves cultivating inner peace. True warriors are not constantly engaged in external battles. Rather, they focus on mastering their internal world. By practicing mindfulness and developing self-awareness, they learn to create a sense of calm and stability within themselves. This inner peace becomes their most powerful tool, enabling them to respond to external challenges with wisdom, composure, and clarity. With a peaceful mind, we are less likely to be thrown off course by the difficulties we encounter and can maintain a steady sense of purpose in the face of adversity. Perseverance is another principle at the heart of the warrior's mindset. Life's journey is rarely a straight path. We encounter setbacks, detours, and obstacles along the way. But it is in the way we handle these setbacks that our true strength is revealed. Warriors understand that progress is not always linear, and they accept that failure is an inevitable part of growth. Instead of being discouraged by mistakes or missteps, they view each failure as a lesson and opportunity to refine their skills, strengthen their resolve, and deepen their understanding. It is this perseverance, the refusal to give up in the face of adversity, that leads to long-term success. To cultivate the warrior's mindset in your own life, begin by setting clear intentions and committing to your personal growth. Start with small, everyday practices of discipline, whether it's waking up early, exercising, or sticking to a healthy routine. These acts of discipline help build mental fortitude. As you encounter challenges, approach them with a proactive attitude, seeing each one as a chance to sharpen your skills and build resilience. Train your mind to remain focused and calm under pressure. Remember that every difficulty you face is an opportunity to become stronger, wiser, and more self-aware. The warrior's perspective is not just a philosophy, but a way of living. It is a call to face the challenges of life with courage, discipline, and determination. It teaches us that obstacles are not to be feared but embraced as opportunities for growth. By adopting the warrior's mindset, we can transform every challenge into a stepping stone on the path to enlightenment, building the resilience and wisdom needed to navigate life's unpredictability with grace. So when adversity comes your way, remember the warrior's perspective. Stand firm, adapt, and embrace the opportunity to grow. You have within you the strength to overcome anything that life throws at you. A warrior's path is often misunderstood. It is not about aggression or dominance. It is about cultivating inner mastery and resilience. True strength comes from the courage to face life with an open heart and mind, understanding that the battles we fight are often within ourselves. The warrior's mindset empowers us to rise above challenges, embrace uncertainty, and keep moving forward with unwavering determination no matter how difficult the road may seem. When we adopt this mindset, we start to see obstacles not as threats, but as opportunities for growth. Challenges become stepping stones, fear transforms into strength, and the unknown becomes an exciting realm of possibility. The warrior's perspective helps us turn adversity into a source of wisdom, guiding us through life's unpredictable nature with confidence and grace. It teaches us that we are not victims of our circumstances, but active participants in shaping our journey. With this mindset, we develop an unshakable sense of purpose that drives us forward no matter what life presents. The foundation of mental strength lies in our ability to master our own minds. Becoming mentally strong is not about controlling life or trying to force everything into place. Instead, it is about cultivating mindfulness, practicing compassion, and embracing acceptance. When we learn to observe our thoughts without judgment, we gain control over our reactions and can respond to life with clarity and calmness rather than being driven by impulse or emotion. Mindfulness helps us stay present and focused, while compassion allows us to approach ourselves and others with kindness, especially when we face setbacks or challenges. Acceptance is equally important in building mental strength. Life will not always go according to plan, and we will face hardships that we cannot predict. Instead of resisting what is, we can practice acceptance, recognizing that challenges are part of the natural flow of life. When we accept the present moment as it is without wishing it were different, we free ourselves from unnecessary suffering and open up space for peace and resilience to grow. To develop mental strength, start small and practice consistently. Focus on daily actions that help you build mindfulness and emotional awareness. Whether it's taking a few moments each day to meditate, practicing deep breathing, or simply reflecting on your thoughts, these small habits can help you cultivate the mental clarity and focus needed to navigate life's challenges. Over time, you will notice your inner strength growing, and you will become better equipped to handle whatever life throws your way. If you found this video helpful, consider subscribing to Wisdom Diaries for more insights and wisdom inspired by Buddhist teachings. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. What practice helps you stay mentally strong? Thank you for watching, and may your journey be filled with peace and resilience.